Do you want to live in a Jamaica in the future where homosexuals can be a part of your cabinet or any cabinet?
I want to live in a Jamaica where persons are free to conduct their private relations. But I'm not talking about leading Jamaica in a direction where its own values are going to be assaulted by others.
With respect, that was not an answer to my question. Let me put it to you one more time. Yes. Do you, in the future, want to live in a Jamaica where a gay man or a gay woman can be in the cabinet?
Sure, they can be in the cabinet, not mine.
Well, they can't be in yours.
Not mine.
No, but do you want to live in a Jamaica where they can be and they should be and it would be entirely natural for them to be so?
I do not know that that is necessarily the direction in which I want my country to go.
Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to refute one of the greatest lies ever told about this country. It is something that is we are known internationally for being anti-gay and for being a homophobic country, but that is not true. Jamaica is not a homophobic country. As a matter of fact, Jamaica is one of the most accommodating countries to gay people anywhere in the world. And I'm going to give some examples. I want anybody to take a walk downtown any day and walk in the vicinity of between this, I'm going to give a square area, but it can be anywhere within the city. Between, say, if you go downtown Barry Street, Tower Street, Orange Street, and Princess Street, in that vicinity. You are going to see a lot of men, effeminate looking men, doing hair, being hairstylists, and speaking like girls and doing all of that. And nobody messes with them. They're on the sidewalk, in public, doing what they do, and they enjoy total peace and safety. All of these young men come mostly from the depressed areas in Kingston. These men live in areas like normal people and nobody attacks them, nobody hurts them ever. As a matter of fact, all of us, you're going to Tivoli, in Jungle, in Rima, and every depressed community in Jamaica, and you're going to find gay men who are living normal lives among and fully integrated into their community and into society, and are walking happily about every single day without a care. Well, at least without a care for their own safety. And even from the 1970s, 80s I think, we will remember on Orange Street, we have Sharon. And Sharon is a man. It's a man, you know, but they call him Sharon. I don't know his right name. And he has always been there for about 25 years. And Sharon cuss and he argues and he dip on a woman fractal like anything. And everybody loves Sharon. Just like everybody loves Raymond, everybody loves Sharon. And he gets along with everybody. Everybody knows he flaunts his gayness. And he actually is a person who is a vendor. He sells on the sidewalk in downtown Kingston. Nobody messes with Sharon. He is a friend to everybody. Now, how can that be the norm in what everybody calls a homophobic society? And before we go any further, let's take one of our more famous gay persons, Shebada. Now, we all know Shebada. Shebada is from a community called Franklin Town. And Franklin Town have some of the most violent and what would say ignorant people. And he grew up there and became a man without being hurt. And when he started he's an actor, a stage actor, and he is world famous. And Shebada can tell you that he has never been hurt or abused physically by anyone. So if we are a homophobic society, how could that be possible that there are gay men who are what we would call a deviation from the norm, and they are free to walk about in society as anywhere else? Does that really sound like a society that is persecuting gays? I go further. Gay men who have been hurt are hurt 9 out of 10 times by other gay men. Before going any further, I wanted to take a look at this video clip. This is the Alrick Show. And the Alrick Show comes on national television in Jamaica every week. And they have guests that came on, that are always on, celebrities. Now look at this actor, this stage actor, this celebrity, Jamaican celebrity, and this is Shebada on that show, which is aired on mainstream TV, and it's accepted by every single Jamaican, and this gentleman is fully embraced. Now tell me, after watching this, that we are a homophobic society.
On the Alrick Show.
He has razor-sharp wit, he's fun and full of vibe, he's the energy and the life of the party. But what is the serious side of Keith Ramsey? He's here with us today on the Alrick Show to learn so much more. Ramsey, how are you doing?
All right, sir.
You can say Alrick, that's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, Alrick.
Right, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
How are you doing, my brother?
Now?
Yeah, how are you doing now in this
right
very
now,
moment?
I'm nervous, sir, honestly, but just want to break into it.
Yeah?
Yes, God believe me, and thanks to the makeup artist who started that off for me today.
Yeah?
Not Shanice, but Jody.
Jody. Nobody, Shanice is a producer, nobody would imagine that you'd be nervous for the stage, because this is literally a stage. Nobody would expect that.
No.
Yeah?
No, for sure. Honestly, people that think say, I know, sir, outside me I look people, honestly, out the door me I look. For sure, honestly, I'm very nervous, extremely nervous. I'm just then for the interview coming over. Thank you, sir. Any other questions?
Yes, man.
I can take you back to a story in the Sunday Observer of July 4th, 2010. In this story, there's this young man called Keron Brown. And Karan Brown, he was beaten, he was stabbed up, he was slashed in his belly, he was on one occasion slashed across his stomach. Another time they threw acid on him, and another time he was thrown off a 3rd floor balcony and was left crippled in a wheelchair. And on these occasions, it was all done by fellow gay men. The last incident, it was set up by his former lover. Now, I'm going to leave the link to this story in the comment section because I want you to check out this story. And he was a part of that community, and he knows, he said that in the gay community, once they want to get to harm you, members of your own community want to harm you, they will set up straight men against you because they understand that they can get away with it if it is flaunted in Jamaica. And let us face it, we can understand the rationale behind that. Guys, I want you to think about this for a minute, seriously. Why would straight men go out and just attack gay men for the heck of it? People really think that straight men have nothing better to do more than monitor other people's sexual organs and what they do with it. Here's the thing about straight men. We don't care. As a matter of fact, for straight men, we see gay men as our allies. Now guys, let me use an even better analogy. Let's say I'm a fowl thief and I live in a certain community and I thief fowls in that area. I raid people's fowl coops. Okay, but nobody knows that I'm one of the fowl thieves in that area. Now, if They are to catch another foul thief red-handed, thieving foul in my community. Who do you think is the first person going to run and put on some licks and kicks on that foul thief? That will be me. Why would I do that? Well, first of all, I have a certain image to maintain as a person who do not thief foul. And I have to do everything to let the people around me know that to not suspect me. Therefore, I'm going to waggle that foul thief's skin. I am going to be first in line waggling his skin, teach him a lesson not to thief foul, because he's doing two things. He's taking some of the fouls that I wanted to go thief myself, and two, I have to let the entire community see me as being anti-foul thief. That foul thief not supposed to happen. Which means, if any allegations were to come up about thieving fouls, people are going to stand by and say, no, I don't think him thief foul. Here is the reason why. Remember when we catch the last foul thief? He was first in line waggling the man's skin. And if he was a foul thief, him could do that so we can see that he's against foul thieves. So this is the same thing. Now that analogy shows you the same thing with gay men. They will be first in line to beat another gay man, to allay suspicions from themselves. Am I making sense or am I making sense? So that is the reason why I say that straight men like myself are not threatened in any way, shape or form by gay men, because here's the reason why. We know that their gayness cannot rub off on us. Put us in a room with them for the next 10,000 for eternity, and we will never be like them because we are not like them. Straight men who feel they have to beat gays are not as straight as they think they are. They beat gay men for two reasons. One, they want to several reasons. For one, they want to show society that they are, prove to society that they are straight, and allay suspicions from themselves that being around gay men may be too tempting for them, and they are not sure they can resist. So to be able to resist temptation, they would rather not be around other gay men. But men who are intrinsically and genetically straight have no problem. So it is not we straight men who people should be on about. It's gay men who pretending to be straight up gay men, and men who have some insecurities about their own sexualities. As I said, in the link below, you will see Karan Brown's story, and he is telling you exactly how devious and how terrible gay men are to other gay men, and what they do amongst themselves to hurt each other. Now I go back to that clip at the beginning of the video where I said what Jamaica's former Prime Minister Bruce Golding said about not in my cabinet. What the then Prime Minister meant was, I will not accept any openly gay person in my cabinet. Because we all know that gay persons are in every cabinet. They are in every society and in every facet of society. At that time, Bruce Golding had gays in his cabinet, at least 3, which is rumored, but none of these men ever really came out. So they were there. So what Bruce Golding meant was, I will not have any openly gay people in my cabinet. But even today, we have them. Because, look, we know that famous one in St. Catherine, and I know Olaba falls in his constituency, and everybody hug him up same way. Even the anti-gay people hugs him up. There is this other one somewhere in Portmore, you know, the dreadlocks one with the, I hear that he has a tongue ring, a ring in his tongue, and everybody hugs him up and loves him. The point I'm making is, we respect and we care about and we protect and accept our the homosexuals in our society. So, where did this notion, this idea come from that we are anti-gay? I'll tell you. This is because Europe and the unsavourably Satan to our north, that big bully up north, they all planned together and said, do not keep gayism in the closet, let it out, let it be flaunted in the world. And we say no. America and Jamaica say the same thing. We have them, but all they do, keep it on the down low. We will pretend they are not doing it, and they will, if they also pretend they are not doing it. That has worked fine for all African societies for millennia, and it has always worked for Jamaica. And that is because we have a certain standard of sociological values, and we take those values very, very seriously. And we will not have these values imposed on us by others. We have one simple rule. Do not flaunt your deviation in public, because it is an affront to the values and sensibilities of our society. We will tolerate it as long as it does not invade the public space. The basic unit of our society is the family, and the stability and harmony and continuity of any society begins with the family. Likewise, the erosion of any society begins with the deterioration and disintegration of the family. And if we are speaking about homosexuals, there are females who loves females. Have we ever hurt a female who loves other females? There's only one case I've ever heard of in this world, in Jamaica, and it was somewhere back in the late 70s, early 80s, where we heard about Mavis and Dolores. This was said to happen in Spanish Town, somewhere in Spanish Town, where two women were caught and beaten and had to be taken to hospital. Up to this blessed day, I don't know if that story is even true. But if anybody know anything about this Mavis and Dolores story, feel free to come on here, tell us about it, and let us know something, if anything did even go like that. But we understand that these people do what they do, and there is nothing we can do to stop them from doing what they do. Therefore, that is the reason why we say, just don't flaunt it. And this is the reason why those people, those foreigners, those Europeans are saying, flaunt it openly or you are anti-gay. In other words, don't just tolerate them, don't just accommodate them, give them special treatment. The West is imposing its values on every African country, including Jamaica. Because Jamaica has always been very accepting of gay people. They have equality before the law, but what these people are saying, equality before the law means creating special rules or exemptions to make them flaunt their activities in public. If I cannot be made, if special exemptions are not there for me to flaunt these things in public, then it means this society is anti-gay. And he said, mash down that lie. Guys, like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.